Claude Code or Cowork? Which one should you actually be using? Well, in this video, I'll be telling you which one is actually good and which one is more for the upper skill. I've seen this question going around in comment sections, Twitter posts, Reddit posts, and I find it kind of, upsetting how not many people have actually explained this in a clear way which many people can actually would understand. By the end of this video, I'm hoping to at least give you an understanding of what the difference between Claude Code and the difference between Cowork is, because this is something I would just want to, just being a beginner in AI niche. So yeah, I hope you like the video and subscribe. Quick context before I dive in. I just want to say that I'm not a professional. I don't have a horse in this race. I just want to be able to make a educational video which will help people just like me, as I'm someone who just getting into AI, and I would love to be able to build a community with people who have the same type of knowledge as me. I won't say that I'm complete beginner, but I just want to be able to grow something with people. And so if you want to be able to talk to me as well as maybe talk to other people, you can join my school community, and joining my school community allows you to talk to other people, see what other people are doing, see how other people see about AI, and as well as if you have any ideas on how do you think AI will be in the next year or so, just drop it in the comments. I low-key would want to hear how other people think AI will adapt and how fast, AI will go, and, just more stuff about the evolution of AI. So yeah, anyways, we're going to get into the video. So Claude Code can actually live in many different places. Specifically, my favorite place has to be in the Claude Code extension UI. This is, I would say, to be honest, one of the best ways to use Claude Code, as it's just a very simple, has a nice and easy interface, and you can say anything you want to it, and it doesn't really make any mistakes, or it doesn't do anything that's too complicated like the terminal or the phone can be. So if you want to see, if you don't want to use that and you want to use the terminal, you can press toggle panel up here, and you can actually get Claude right here. And by doing this, you have Claude here. But the thing about here, it's a bit more focused around to skill. So you would need to learn a lot. You need to know a lot about actual coding, and I would say more towards the terminal. It's just a very uneasy feeling place. So if you want to be able to change stuff like your module, you can do /model, and then you can obviously just change your model like that. But you need to learn more towards commands, and outside it's the same thing when it comes to the terminal. If we get the terminal up here, this is another place where you can open it. This is just the actual Mac OS terminal. Yeah, so here you got the terminal right here. It's this type of terminal, I don't know, the terminal just makes me feel a bit uneasy when I'm using it, so I personally don't use it really. But if you do find it easier, that's how you open the terminal. And if you do find it easy just to use the interface, that's how you use the interface. You can also get the interface by just going on the Chrome website. If we actually get this up real quick, this is the Chrome website. You can actually get Claude Code. You can go on claude.ai, the website, and you can actually get Claude Code. If you don't know how to actually open it, you just go to Claude, and it should say under artifacts, code. You press code, and boom, now you're in Claude Code on the thing. And you can also have Claude Code on your phone. I personally wouldn't recommend it, because I don't have very much of an experience to tell you, but Claude Code is accessible on your phone. Now to show you what Claude Code can actually do, I'm gonna bring up 3 of these extension Claude Code interfaces, and I'm gonna ask each of them to do different things. So for one, we're going to be asking this one to do comment run. This is my comment mining machine. So basically what this one will do is it will go through YouTube channels, analyze the YouTube channels, and as well as bring me all the comments which I think are pretty good. So we're gonna do that. We'll go to another one, which is content production. This will basically format my content. And then the last one we're actually going to do, we're just going to ask it what's actually what does this folder do. So let's ask it, what does this folder do? Okay, looks like one of my asked for permission. Yeah, we can just do that. We can put on bypass. We can put that on bypass permission, and let's just see what they all do. If you want to make it so you can see them all, you can just like kind of pull that one to the side, and we could do it again, and then get the last one. Oops. Yeah, this is the one thing about what? Why am I letting it? Whatever. But yeah, once you can do that, you can actually see exactly like all of them go. So what my folder does is, this is a YouTube production folder. This is where I have my video created, my video ideas created, my video scripts created, my description, my school community post, my X thread, and my LinkedIn post. So this allows me to have everything automated, everything generated, and just have everything just come to me with so much ease. Like I don't have to actually go and do a lot of deep research. Like I can do some research, but I don't have to do very deep research, because this would usually take people hours and hours. They used to pay people to go find content and make videos and ideas for them to be recorded, because you had to do it all manually. But now that you can actually do this with just AI, it makes everything so much easier. So this is my content pipeline. As you can see, the YouTube content production setup is actually complete. If we pull this to the side, this is what it actually is for. So it's done a deep dive research analysis on these channels, and these are the content ideas. You see this? How much does it actually cost? Price anxiety. Which Claude do I use? Auto research, hype, reality gap. Yeah, see, a lot of just pretty good videos. Anyways, now we can go to the last one, because this one's actually about to finish, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Oh no, never mind. But yeah, now you can see a pretty good example of how Claude Code actually works. Now to show you the advantages of using Cowork. Cowork I find pretty good because of the fact that you're able to create skills, you're able to create workflows, and you're able to create schedules. As well as not just that, but you can bring your work projects in, and you can ask for suggestions on stuff you can change, stuff that you may want to improve, and as well as just analyzing how the whole workflow works. So for an example, I actually have a schedule going on right now on my YouTube channel, Researcher, which has actually been going for the last 4 minutes, which is pretty funny because I have them all set for like right now, and yeah, right now it's 7:06. So just seeing that shows that you're able to create stuff which you can have scheduled, and you can implement these type of stuff into your business. This is stuff that you can't actually do on Cowork because of the fact that Cowork is just a terminal. You need to have your computer on for it to actually do, and you have to do it manually. This you can do weekly, like schedules. You can actually use that weekly. Projects is just where you have your projects at. So this is my project for, you can see it, this is all the files that are in it, and this is the thing, this is the whole thing. Now we can ask like, what could we improve in this project? Demo landing page. Now that we've asked this, it's actually going to go through the project, and it's going to actually give us maybe some examples on some stuff that we can actually fix. So right now it's let me take a look at what's in your project and your workspace folder to understand where we're working with. So right now it's actually just doing some looking, list workspace, folder content, list project, knowledge content, read memory m.md. Yeah, so it's just really just looking into what's in it. I see that your demo landing page folder is empty, and the project knowledge doesn't have any files yet either. I need a bit of context to give you a useful feedback. Okay, so right now it's actually telling us that we don't have anything that's in this file which it can actually read. So let's actually where's the demo landing page you'd like me to review? Is it a live URL for file you need to upload, or would you like me to build one from scratch? Let's actually just tell it to build one from scratch, and let's just see what it actually does, because this just allows us to see what Cowork is actually capable of doing. So yeah, but this shows you that this is a specific tool for a project. What style? We're going for modern, minimal, a full landing page. And look at that, it's completed what exactly that we have asked it to do. A clean, modern, and minimal design for an AI automation tool called Flow AI. So here's we can actually check the landing page from here. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty generic. It's just a little, landing page. Just tells you it looks pretty basic. you could probably do much better connecting some other stuff like the new Google Stitch. That probably will allow you to actually have a bit more customization when it comes to fonts and I guess the style of it. But this is not a bad, I guess, shout. Yeah, like stuff like this needs to be fixed. Like you can barely even see it say get start. But yeah, this just shows you that Cowork can do some stuff. Personally, I wouldn't use Cowork to do this type of stuff. I think it's better to use in Claude Code, in my opinion. As experience, I've tried using Cowork with when it comes to I guess just more detailed and specific coding instructions. I think it's just better to use in Claude Code and to have it use other stuff as well compared to using it in Cowork. Like I use my Claude Code inside of anti-gravity, so because of that I can use the anti-gravity AI as well as the Claude Code, and as well as just I guess typing some little stuff by myself. They like the markdown files and the instructions and stuff. So I think it's just better to use it in Claude Code, but it's not bad to use it. You can learn a bit more by doing some stuff in Cowork, but it's pretty good. But yeah, Cowork has a lot of features, very good features. Like you can have stuff like the projects like we've just done, the schedules where you can run stuff that runs every day, every week, every month, every semi-month, every semi-week. Like it's pretty good. You can go look at people's like ideas that obviously you can use for your own type of stuff, like draft an email, catch up on what I missed, built a data dashboard, organize my files. Like there's a lot of good features that you can actually use. You can make a skill, you can use connectors, and not only can you do this, but you can actually just press this plus button up here and you can make a skill with Claude. So you can actually type up something that you'd want and Claude will make the skill, and then with Claude you can actually ask it, okay, now that you've done this, let's actually go through it and we can see anything which could probably get changed. So it's pretty good. You can write your skills by yourself. You can upload a skill. You can connect your connectors. This is where you can have all your other apps and tools that you can connect to. So mine says drawing app, GitHub integration, Gmails, Google Calendar, Google Drive, Notion, Zapier, Claude in my Appifier, PDF tools, read message and iMessages, and then read and write Apple Notes. So it's not bad. You can have Apple. This is a Apple Dispatch. You can have this connect to your phone, and by having this connect to your phone, you can actually just do stuff from away your computer. You can have your computer open and basically go do stuff when you're out at the clubs, or you're out at go picking up your kid from school or something like that. So I think it's pretty good to actually just look into Cowork, because I think Cowork is more of a friendly user platform. You actually someone who doesn't have much of a coding background can actually use Cowork and be pretty good at it. While Claude Code, you can use it as a non-technical person, but there's a lot of stuff which I think having that technical skills would really be able to boost your work. So yeah. Anyways, if you're actually wondering which one you should actually be using and you don't think what I've said throughout the video is pretty helpful, here's a tool, here's a little infographic on what I think you should personally use. So Claude Code is for basically building stuff, writing code, editing files, and running scripts, automating workflows and pipelines. It can automate workflows manually, but I don't think it can run automatically. So that's something you need to look into. Useful skills for repeatable tasks. That's pretty good. Deploy tests and use Git. That's really good. That's something that I don't think you can do that on the Claude app, which is pretty beneficial when it comes to using it through anti-gravity, cursor, or visual code. Let Claude work while you're doing something else. So yeah, you can have this go. You can put bypass mission, or there's a new one called auto mode. And having auto mode, this basically allows the AI to see which permission is good, which permission is not good. So if you have the team, you need the team's I think the team subscription on cloud. So if you don't have that, you can't really access that. But it's not bad. You can do stuff while you're gone. But I think it's a bit more better when it comes to Cowork, because Cowork allows you to brainstorm, plan, strategize, and it can give you some ideas on coding ideas to do. And I think that just makes it a lot more easier to use. You can think through a problem collaboratively. So this could be like a colleague because of the code. You know, code means like colleague. It means like coworker. So like this is actually, you know, someone that it feels like you're actually talking to someone, which makes it so much easier because of the fact that you're not, it doesn't feel like you're talking to a robot, and it actually feels like you're talking to someone who's actually working with you through the screen. So I think this is a bit better to use it for that. Write proposal, plan docs and content, review code without auto change, and gentle start if I'm new to AI. So yeah, this is probably the first thing which I actually learned before Claude Code. I know a bit about Claude Code, but I know a lot more towards Cowork. Cowork makes it just so much easier, and it's so much more beginner friendly because of the fact that anyone can use it. You can use it. I don't know, your mom can use it, your grandma can use it, your son could use it, your daughter can use it. I don't know, whoever, whatever this is coming from, like going to this, anyone can really use this, in my opinion. Anti-gravity. I use anti-gravity for Claude Code as it just feels a bit more. It's just easier. I don't know. I just like the anti-gravity interface. I know they all look the same, but I just like the way anti-gravity works more because you can actually use Gemini and all that, and this just gives me more freedom to do more stuff. Um, yeah, it's already in it. Visual Code with the Claude Code embedded. So this is that Claude Code extension. You can have the Claude Code extension, or you can have the terminal. Claude Code extension is pretty good, and terminal is very good if you know how to use it. But I still think Cowork is much better than, I would say both of them. Claude Code is power with a visual file browser. So yeah, this is really the truth. Like it has a very powerful system. Like the way it works, the way it runs, it's very powerful. Like you can do a lot with it. Running scripts, working your whole computer, it's very powerful. But I just still don't think if you're not someone who's technical, it's really helpful. Coding with inner line assistance alongside your editor. This is also another thing. This allow a Claude Code is just, I think it's superior when it comes to editing. You can edit apps. I've seen people edit apps. I've seen people edit landing pages, all sorts of stuff using Claude Code. While Cowork is more towards, I would say, more of the casual stuff. You know, being able to work with data, work with words, language, and prompts. So that's why I think Claude Code is a bit more technical. But yeah, execution mode is Claude Code, thinking mode is Cowork, and coding is anti-gravity. So yeah, if you want to have something that can execute well, Claude Code is the one. If you want something that you can actually think with, and not only think, automate a little bit better without you having to do stuff, Cowork is the best stuff. And if you want something that can actually do code and you can actually do more of the Java, JSON, whatever you're doing, anti-gravity is the one for you. Using anti-gravity and Claude Code is the one for you, I'm pretty sure. So in conclusion, which one is actually the best? Claude Code is good when it comes to, I think, just, yeah, like we said, executing. Cowork is good for thinking and more towards planning. To be honest, if I had to use one, I would probably use Cowork in my opinion, because Cowork just is something that I can just use for anything. I can use that for my own daily use. I can use that for my own daily automation. I can use that for school. I can use that for literally just anything in general. While Claude Code, you can do the same thing, but it's just a bit more technical seeing such an interface, because the interfaces can be a bit overwhelming. Like seeing Claude actually work in front of you, and you can actually click stuff and see everything actually happen. It's a bit more, friendly, and kind of like, okay, this is not bad. Like using the Claude app, while using Claude on anti-gravity, cursor, or visual code, or terminal, that can feel a little bit more overwhelming and a little bit more confusing if you've never really been inside of an app like that, which makes it a lot more complicated. So if I had to tell you which one you should use as a non-techie like me, I would say Cowork. Cowork is probably the best way. It's just so easy. I love it. So yeah, but yo, this is not the part I want to say, but I want to actually say is, if you want any more information about this and you want more information about this, you can actually join my school community, which is this. And I do daily posts about AI. This can be including your favorite AIs to stuff that you really need answering. and I answer every question. So if you want to ask something about the specific stuff about Cowork, or the specific stuff about Claude Code, or something about the new dispatch, you can just ask a question and it will be answered very swiftly and very much in detail, so which you can understand. So obviously this is a good place for people who have no code skill to actually come together and I guess just give us each other support and ideas on what we're actually doing, which can help us all actually learn. So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching my video. I hope this video really helped you, and I hope to see you later. See ya.